welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell, it is a beautiful day outside and I decided to get out of my office a little bit, so welcome to another part of my house. So I'm really excited about today's video. It's a step-by-step tutorial for how to use a specific software that I just discovered that's going to help you to really qualify a niche or qualify a product that you're thinking about getting into. Part of the biggest issues that new sellers have when they're, and actually not just new sellers, but sellers in general, when they're thinking of getting into a niche, they're only usually focused on one or two keywords, and they're only usually focused on page one. What this software does is it gives you a bird's eye view of the niche or product that you're thinking of getting into, and you filter out who is and is not direct competitors. Many times, for example, let's just say that you want to sell only a blue water bottle. And then if you're going to type in blue water bottle or whatever it may be, it's going to show you a lot of different types of competitors. It's not just going to show you blue water bottles. So what the software does is, which is very different from other softwares, with other softwares we're usually giving it the ASINs that we want to track. This software works the opposite. You give it keywords, you give it a type of product that you want to target, and it is going to come back and give you all of the competition that it can find, and it will find more every single day almost. And then you filter out who is a direct competitor and who is not. So if you're thinking of selling a blue water bottle, which you really shouldn't, but let's just say you are, then this software is going to show you all sorts of different water bottles, and you're going to filter out everyone and only keep the blue water bottles. That way you will know exactly what the market cap is, which is the maximum that Amazon sellers pay per month for that specific niche, for your exact product that you're looking to sell. And then you can see what kind of market share other sellers have. So if that doesn't make sense to you, or if it sounds a little bit complicated, make sure to wait until the very end of the video. I'm going to explain everything and actually show it to you live so you'll understand what I mean. I promise you that I honestly believe that this software is going to change the game. Even if you're not in product research and you're already selling, you'll also see how this is going to help you to always be 1, 2, 5, 10 steps ahead of your competitors. First, if you don't know who I am, my name is Sharon. I'm a 7-figure Amazon FBA seller. I'm also a mother. You can see my son slide right there. I'm a wife and entrepreneur, and I also help Amazon FBA sellers scale their business. I created this channel so that I can share information on Amazon FBA and on entrepreneurship. So if you're interested in that, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video if you liked it, and hit that notification bell so you know when I bring out more videos. It really helps me when you do those things, so please do. I'm going to put a link to the software, which is called Totallitix, which comes from Totallitix, down below. Make sure to go through that link so that you can get your first 2 weeks free without any credit cards or anything like that, so you can try the software before you decide to use it or not. It's going to be a step-by-step tutorial, guys. It's a little bit long, but I really promise you that it is worth it. If you're going to have any questions, because you probably will, please do ask them down below. I will make sure to answer everyone. And without further ado, let's get into my computer.
Okay, so I am now on Totallitix home page. This is what it will look like when you will sign up. So the first thing you want to do is click here and get your free trial. And then it's going to give you 3 different options. If you've got the starter, standard, and pro. In the beginning, just to sort of get your mind around this product, you can start with the free trial. So I'm just going to click on start free trial. Okay, now I'm going to sign up. If trial is activated, click here to log in. Okay, so this is where the fun begins. So you could be using this software for 2 different reasons. Okay, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be showing it as if I'm in product research stage, and I have cracked down on a product that I honestly believe that I can compete in. This is going to help me get a bird's eye view and understand how much room there really is for a new seller like me. And if there isn't, is there anything that I can do about it? However, if you're watching this and you're already selling on Amazon, this can also give you like insane amount of data that you didn't even know, because there's nothing else like this on the market. And I can tell you that for one of our products, I literally found out things that I didn't know, and I've been selling this product for over 1.5 years. If you know me, you know that I am very thorough and I understand my markets, but you'll understand from what you're about to see why there are things that I was, even myself, like blown away from, and that I couldn't believe that I didn't know. Okay, so for the purpose of this, I'm just going to find a random product. So now that I'm here, I am going to give this a market name. So for the example, for this tutorial, I'm going to go with the baby milestone blocks, okay, which is this. I'm going to pretend as if this is a product that I'm thinking of bringing into the market, and I want to know a bird's eye view of it. I want to understand a little bit more about it, okay? So I'm going to call the market name milestone blocks, and then I'm going to click on next. Okay, and now I'm going to have an option of 5 keywords because this is the trial version. If you need more keywords, you can obviously pay for more. Now, I've already gone into Cerebro. I've taken the #1 seller from this niche. I've taken their ASIN. I went to Helium 10. I put it into Cerebro, and I mined down the keywords, and I've chosen my top 5 keywords, which are here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm then going to be putting them into here. If you do not understand how keyword selection works and how to find your main keywords, I'm going to put a link to the video up here right now, and you can watch that video after watching this, so that you understand how important it is to also know what keywords to have a look at. And if you don't understand how Cerebro or Helium 10 works, I'll put a link for the videos I've done on Helium 10 below. Anyway, so I'm going to start with the keywords. Put in the first one, then I'll click add, and then I'm going to go grab the next one. All right, so I have grabbed my 5 keywords and I have put them in here. I'm now going to click on next. So now it's asking me to put in my ASIN. Now I'm not selling this product yet, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the main keyword and I'm going to choose a product. So I'm going to choose a product that is fairly new so that I can understand how easy or not easy it is to get some of that market share. So let's see who I choose. All right, so I'm going to grab these guys. I actually used them in a previous video that I've done in the past, and they're already up to 18 reviews. But they're actually doing pretty well with only 18 reviews. So I'm going to pretend that they are me. Okay, it's not that difficult to get to 18 reviews with all of Amazon's new features for our reviews. So I'm putting in this ASIN, and it's going to be as if it's me. And the only reason that I'm doing that is so that I can understand how much room there is for newer sellers as well. Okay, now this is going to look like this. It takes up to 30 minutes. What it's doing is the software is now taking those keywords, taking your ASIN, which isn't actually your ASIN, and it is grabbing all of the competitors that it can currently find. And over the next few days and even the next few weeks, it'll consistently, actually forever, it'll consistently find new products. Okay, and that's what is amazing about this, because it's consistently alerting you and letting you know, hey, I also think that this product is one of your potential competitors. What do you think? And then you can filter it out. So we're going to let this do its thing until it comes up with the filter option. Once that comes up, you'll see how I filter what is a direct competitor and what is not. Okay, so you may notice that I'm now wearing a black shirt where I was wearing a gray shirt earlier. Some time has passed and I've just come back to record. So before I was waiting for the stage of Totallitix to tell me when I can start mining through, like filtering through the products. I came back, I clicked on filter. It actually took like 20 minutes, but I did some other things, which is why it took me longer. But anyway, and now this is what happened. So now it has taken those 5 keywords that I have put in, and it is looking at not just the first page or the second page, it's actually looking at a bird's eye view of it and bringing up what it thinks is most relevant, okay? So now I need to start mining through, filtering through, and you will see over a period of literally every single day, it will show you more and more products. And that's why this is so unique. It's such a unique software and so crucial, I think, especially for product research, but also when you're trying to scale your products as well, because there will continue to be new guys coming up, and this helps you to keep on top of that. And if anyone thinks that they're going to creep up on you, this is going to help you to make sure that that doesn't happen. All right, so everything that is a direct, you can see I've got, it says here pending, and then there's either a check mark or an X. Everything that is a direct competitor, I'm going to click on yes. Well, check mark yes. Okay, so for example, this is not, this is, and I'm just going to continue doing that. Now, if also something comes up and I'm not 100% sure if it is or isn't, I can also click on the ASIN here, and it'll bring it up in Amazon. This is why, and soon you'll see even more why, but this is why looking at screenshots for people who still don't understand why Helium 10 Chrome Extension or Jungle Scout Chrome Extension or whatever, why I don't even bother looking at screenshots is because they don't matter. They never have mattered, and this software even shows it even more. They literally mean nothing, and I'm just excited for you guys to see. So this is not the same blocks. Okay, so I've ignored 12 and it is tracking 48. Okay, so after I've done that, it will take us to this, and it will say that it'll take even up to around 4 hours for it to start analyzing the niche. So I will come back in about 4 hours and show you guys what it'll look like, and I'm just going to leave it here for now. Okay, so since I actually filmed the signing up part and the filtering part, about 3 days, I think, or 4 days have passed. I wanted to give the software a little bit of time to get more and more competitors, and I actually off camera filtered the alerts that came up. So what happens is every time that the software picks up on more and more competitors, you will get alerts. Okay, so it'll either tell you it over here where it says alerts or over here. And I clicked on it and it already had come up with a few more competitors. Now, to understand why the software is crazy, like crazy in a good way, it is consistently telling you about new competitors. Okay, it's really taking from the keywords that you gave it all of the most relevant products that are exactly the same or very similar to the product that you put in, which is the ASIN that you had put in, which would either be your ASIN or the ASIN that you'll put in as, you know, pretending that was you in the market if you're at the product research stage. Now, something that's very, very important for this software, and the reason I waited like 4 days, to be honest, the best data you will get will be in around a week or two, because it's had at least a week or two to really start getting more and more information about your niche. And the longer that you have this software for, the more you're going to get to know your niche even better. Even once you've actually come in at launching stage, this is still crucial. It's going to help you to keep on top, and no competitor is going to be able to creep up on you without you knowing about it. What happens today is we only judge whether we should get into a product or not by looking at specific keywords and people that are on page 1. But if someone's just launched on page 4 or 5 with a much better offer or set, pack, whatever, any differentiation point you've come in, then you need to know what's coming. And this software is going to tell you about that. Not just that, it's going to tell you a lot more information. But something that's important to me to say is that the number one important thing is that you consistently filter more and more and more every time it gives you alerts. It's important to keep it updated so that it knows who is in the same boat as you, in the same niche as you, that it's direct competitor, and who isn't. And the reason that it's so important is because trends and velocity changes over time. And especially if you're only keeping your eye on a specific niche, for like 2 or 3 days, and then decide that it's a perfect product, this is going to help you to really get a bird's eye view of that and see what actually is going on for things that you're not even aware of. Okay, and I'm going to explain that here. So click here on charts. All right, and then this comes up, which can be a little bit overwhelming at first, but let me explain it to you. I promise you that once you understand this, it's going to change the game. Like, it really, really has, in my opinion, for me. I just can't believe I didn't know about this software ages ago. And it's really going to help you whether you're at product research or at scale. It doesn't matter. It's going to give you all the information that you need to make sure that you're still dominating and that no one is going to beat you or take a part of your market share. So let's start off with the most important information. So over here, you've got My Performance, okay, which is the product that you've chosen, which I've chosen here. My Performance of how it is giving me, it's giving me scores for the following, okay? And then you've got market share, so it is the entire, you've got a pie chart. Out of 100%, this product is taken up 11% of the market share. It's showing me here the average pricing, okay? So you can see that the orange is me, well, the product that I'm pretending to be. So the price has changed, has stayed the same, and then the average price it's showing me has actually gone down over the last week or since I've started tracking this, because only a few days have passed. You can see here the market volume. So the market volume is what I also call the market cap, okay? And it is actually the revenue amongst all of your direct competitors. When you're using other tools, it's showing you the direct competitors for the first page, usually, unless you start extracting, you know, page 2, page 3. Plus, it's showing you a lot more products than only your exact products. Here, you've really filtered it, and it's tracking all of that. So you can see that this is a very, very small market. I've also chosen this knowing that it's super niche-y. You know, when you do this to like something like a crazy product, like, I don't know, jade rollers or oil diffusers, which is like a, I don't know, 4 million market cap on that one, you can see the difference in how the piece of the pie really changes. But this also helps you to understand, what is that market cap? Okay, is it a product that's super, super niche? Once it becomes very saturated, if this is going to stay the market cap, maybe over time, this product, which is the baby milestone blocks, will become more trendy. Maybe it's only just the beginning of the trend. I obviously don't know this. I would have to go to Google and actually, like, you know, find out, and use Pinterest and things like that, which is something that you should be doing when you're doing product research, okay? Maybe this trend has only just begun, and this market cap will grow as that grows, as it becomes more and more popular. Maybe, you know, up to now, using these blocks when you're filming, you know, baby shower or baby milestone images, maybe it's just become a trend right now, and that's why this market share is so small. Maybe it's not just now, it's just, you know, there's not that much demand in it. So would I actually want to get into it? And if I do, you know, what do I need to do so that I can actually make a significant amount from this? Or can I find, you know, other products that are similar to this one and create a brand around it? That's questions that you can have answered from looking at everything from this software, because it's a bird's eye view of the market. Okay, so it's showing me here the market share, sorry, the market volume, and I can see how that's, you know, gone up and then back down and back up and back down. I can see it's gone down 7%, which, you know, this really isn't enough data because it's only like, what, 4 days, I think. So as in about 2 weeks, it will be much more, like the information will be more accurate. And over here, you've got the best selling price. So again, the orange is my price, which has not changed since I've started tracking this market. But I can see that the best selling price, which is, you can see it says there, it says the dates, and then it says Stone Boat, which would be these guys over here, okay, and the pricing. So you can see that the price actually went down and then back up. Something happened there, maybe they had a hijacker, I don't know. And then you've got the average BSR, okay, over here. Okay, again, orange is my average BSR, and then the gray is the overall market's average BSR. SEO, which is for ranking, okay, and you can see what position it is saying that I am being ranked within those keywords. So if we go to baby milestone blocks, let's go to Amazon and check. Okay, so I'm on Amazon, baby milestone blocks. Totallitix is telling me that I am, for baby milestone blocks, in position number 5. So I'm going to count that. So the first one is sponsored, the second one is sponsored, the third one is sponsored, and this is number 1. And then I am not going to count these, even though, hey, this is the same guy we're looking at. I'm not going to count these because these will change over time. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not actually number 5, I'm number 6. Okay, that's close enough. Maybe if we would have checked it, you know, 2 hours ago, maybe it was number 5. Just going to check one more to check the accuracy. Milestone blocks, it says that it's number 1. So I'm going to look at that. Okay, and you can see milestone blocks, and it really is number 1. Okay, so we can see that this is pretty accurate information. And then, which is really the thing that I love the most about this software, we have this pie chart. Well, it's not the thing I love the most, but it's something I really love looking at, is this pie chart, because it's taking this amount, which is currently the 89,000, almost 90,000 that this market has as a monthly market share, and it's dividing it and showing you in a pie chart how much, what percentage each seller has. So this product, which remember has only got, I think, like what, 18 reviews? I think so, or 18 reviews, which if you go back and look at my PPC videos, I use this as an example. Like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, they only had like 2 or 3 reviews, and their BSR was higher. And now look at that, they've got, you know, most of the market share, which is actually very interesting. And if I was thinking into getting into this niche, I would know from the information here as well that, you know, if they could do it in such a small period of time, I could do that as well. Okay, so anyway, you can see how much each seller has that is most relevant, obviously. Okay, and that pie chart, and then it shows you here 30%, which is others. So it's a lot of other smaller sellers that it isn't even significant enough to show that here. And then over here, currently I'm looking at, this is all filtered by the market share. Okay, so what percentage does each seller or each product have? It's not seller, it's what percentage does each product have out of 100%. Okay, which is what we can see in the pie chart, and now we can also see it here in a line chart. You definitely don't have to be like a mathematician to get this. Like, I am not that amazing at maths. I'm good at making money, but I'm not that amazing at this stuff. But once you understand what you're looking at, it makes it easier for you to interpret that into, you know, whether there is potential, there isn't potential, and etc. So the orange one, the orange and black line, is my product, okay? And you can see how the market share has changed. Something that's interesting to see here is that on the 20th, the market share went up significantly for here, for this guy, for this guy, for this guy, and this guy. Okay, so obviously I'm pretty sure that, you know, sales went up quite a bit on the 20th, which would have been a Sunday. Okay, you can also obviously then see this by day. I'm going to change it back to recent, which shows it for the last week, which it isn't actually a week here because a week hasn't passed since I've started this. And you can change it to market share, sales share, SEO, which is ranking, and you can see it by that. And revenue, okay, so if we look at revenue, we can see that on the 20th, because remember the market share suddenly went up on the 20th, quite a few people's sales started going up, which is interesting. And this guy specifically over here, theirs went down. Okay, now something else that you can do is you can unclick everyone and just look at your sales compared to a specific seller's sales. Okay, which is also very interesting, because something that I had seen on one of my products that I'm tracking through this is that the day that we had a huge increase in sales, the same seller had a decrease in sales. And then when we had a decrease in sales, they had an increase in sales. Now, when you see a pattern there, that when you go up, they go down, when you go down, they go up, you understand that you're really up against them. Like, you're going head to head with them. And that can help you to strategize what to do against them. That's what someone who is, you know, already selling on Amazon and using the software for looking at your actual niche. And for someone who is using the software for product research, you can also use this information to understand, you know, what competitors are actually competing against each other. And there's some more information here that can also help you to understand what differentiation points, you know, you may need in order to kick butt, basically. Okay, so revenue, rank, price, sales, reviews as well, and competition. So this is actually the first time that I've clicked on competition. I don't remember looking at competition before, so it's actually the first time I'm seeing it. And what it's doing is it's showing me a bird's eye view of what would be, you know, the competition. So pricing. And this is sales share, okay? So how much percentage from sales each one has here, which is also really interesting. I'm going to change that back to market share. Okay, now, so that is the top part. I promise to make more videos on Totallitix in the future. I don't want this video to be like way too long. that is some really important information that if you understand how to really, utilize this information and interpret it, you're going to, just be able to really dominate. And I honestly believe that, because this is far beyond any other software that I've seen. And I really do believe that. So just so you remember, you've got here day, week, month, year, and custom. And obviously the longer you track this, the more information that you're going to have about the niche, because remember, trends will change. There'll be changes all the time. New products will come in, certain products will phase out. And this is going to help you to really keep a bird's eye view. Now, something that differentiates this software from others is that this software comes and gives you all of the competitors and tracks them for you. Or else in other softwares, in order to track them, you're going to have to, put in each ASIN yourself. And who says that you're actually tracking the right ASINs? Sometimes you'll understand that you actually, aren't tracking the right ASINs. Maybe a specific competitor who actually owns most of the market share doesn't even exist on the keywords you're looking at. Maybe most of their sales come from, a totally different keyword, but you still need to know about them. So what it's doing is also going to be showing you who your, active competitors are all the time as well, which is, just crucial in my opinion. All right, so let's look at some more crucial information that it gives us. You're also not going to have any surprises by using something like this, whether you're in the product research stage or if you're tracking this for a product that you're already selling. There's not going to be any more surprises. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, I actually can't remember if I said it in the video or if it was in one of my lives, but one of our brands was going through a pretty tough time, and it's because a competitor who really came in and really creeped up on us, and suddenly there was a new competitor on page 1 for the most relevant keywords with 20-something reviews, and apparently it had been existent for like 2 months, but I didn't even know about them because they were like on page 4 or 5. Had I had something like this, I would have slowly seen that they're creeping up, and I would have been able to, kick their butt basically. But by the time that I had, known about them, they had already stolen a lot of our sales. And I had to really go in and do some really, strategic changes to that specific product and to that brand. But anyway, that's like for a different story. But had I had this at that time, I would have known about it. So this software makes sure that you have no surprises. Also, it's going to make sure that, your sales are in sync with what's happening in this entire niche. Because maybe, just maybe, you think that you're selling really well, or you think that a specific product that you have your eye on is selling really well, but maybe it's not in sync with the growth of the market share. Okay, and I hope you guys understand what I just said. When you use this software for 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to see this market share, either go up, go down, stay the same, whatever. Okay, and if you see that your market share is very small, but you think it's good, but it's very small compared to how much there really is of that pie, or maybe your sales, your market share is staying the same, but your revenue is going down, everything's, and then you're like you're stressing out about it, but then you understand that it's in sync with what's going on. If your BSR is staying the same, but your sales are going down, and you see that the market volume currently is going down, the entire niche is going through an issue. Okay, or some sort of decrease, or the opposite. So this not only makes sure that there's no surprises, but it's also going to make sure that you understand whether your sales or the product that you're tracking or the different products that you're tracking are in sync with the market volume. Okay, so let's look at the information here. So I really hope that the information I'm about to show you guys doesn't overwhelm you, because it can be overwhelming at first, okay? But let's quickly understand what it's showing us. So it's showing us the positioning of the product, it's showing us the image, the title of the product, what the brand's name is, the pricing, the estimated sales, which obviously is all estimated from the BSR, the estimated revenue, which is also estimated from the BSR and the pricing, the actual sales rank of the product, how many reviews the product has, and has that changed, over time. You can see it's gone up or down, whatever. Rating, what's happened with the rating lately? Is the rating gone up or down, changed dramatically, or what is the rating currently right now? Whether it's FBA, FBM, how many sellers on it, I think that if it says 0, it just means that there's no hijackers, because let's have a look if there's anyone that has more than, okay, there's someone that's got 4. So they may have hijackers. We'll check that in a second. Oh, there was also someone that had 3. And then it's got what is their sales share, what is their market share, and what department are they in. So it also helps you to really get a bird's eye view again of what department really is right for the product. So something that I think is like amazing about this, you know how sometimes you're thinking about getting into a niche, and that specific niche has different types, like let's say you want to sell a water bottle, okay, horrible product that you really shouldn't sell, and you're looking to sell a 2-pack of a water bottle, okay, what you can do is that you can actually click on here and you can type in, okay, I don't know how I would do it for this one because it's not 2-pack, let's say 6 block, let's say that here, for the water bottle example, if I wanted to only look at products that have a 2-pack, then I would, a 2-pack of a water bottle, I would have written here 2-pack. The difference between using this software and doing that on Amazon is that sometimes if you go and write 2-pack water bottle, on Amazon, you'll also see 4-packs and 6-packs and just a 1, okay, because they may be indexing for that. But this software, if you do it by the title, it's only going to show you everyone who has a 2-pack that is actually written in their title, okay? So now you're totally narrowing down your exact competition, okay? And which I really don't know of any software that exists that does that. So let's pretend that I am looking to sell 6 blocks. Okay, these are milestone blocks, and I want to sell 6 blocks. Everyone sells 3. I want to sell 6. I want to know who else out of the 45, it says here, the 45 competitors that sell this product that Totallitix knows about from filtering. Okay, and as time goes by, that'll grow over the next week or so. Who else has 6 blocks? So I've written here 6 blocks, and I'm going to click enter, and look at that, there is only 1. Okay. Now, if I change that to just the number 6, okay, so 6 color styles, block set of 6, okay, and 6 blocks. So I just wrote 6 and I can see that there are 3. Okay, so if that is my differentiation point, this software is going to help me understand who is going to be the exact competition that I'm up against, and I'm going to be able to really keep an eye on them. So this also helps you to find a differentiation. If you're looking to get into a niche that everyone's just selling one, okay, of that product, and the best differentiation that you can find, or the differentiation that you identify from reading reviews, etc., and I'll have different videos on differentiation, is let's say a 2-pack, you can go in and click here and see, does anyone have 2-pack or set of 2 or 2 in general in their title? And then you'll know if no one does, bang, like, you're most probably going to dominate that niche from having, that 2-pack. So this also really, really helps you as well. I can delete that and click enter again, and it'll show me everyone else again. And I'm going to click it by revenue, so it shows me the revenue highest to lowest again. Okay, what I just did for the title, I can also do for pricing. So let's just say I want to know everyone that is less than $20. Okay, it's now only going to show me all of the competitors who sell for less than $20. Okay, like, I really hope that you guys understand how insane this is. Okay, I can also change this to whereas greater than. Greater than is anyone selling it for greater than $20. Okay, if my differentiation point that for a niche that I want to get into is that I'm going to make it, some sort of differentiation that's going to help me dominate, but I'm also going to go for the higher ticket pricing, how much competition is already at that level, okay? And that also helps me to see that. So I'm going to click that again, and I'm going to click back on revenue so it shows it to me from highest to lowest. Okay, so anyway, and you can also, another thing that you could do is you also do that from the reviews. So if I want to know, let's say I'm now looking at this niche, and I want to know who is making money and has less than 20 reviews. So I'm going to do 20, less than 20. Okay, and it's going to, and then I can do it by revenue. Okay, and now it's showing me from highest to lowest revenue-wise,
with less than 20 reviews, because I filtered it out, who exists basically. Okay, so I can see that actually the number one seller, okay, remember this is the number one seller, they've got 12% of this market. The number one seller who has less than 20 reviews is actually dominating this niche right now. Okay, and I can see there is a guy, and I can also see something else I can see here is they're the only ones making, let's say, over 5K, okay, that has less than 20 reviews. And then I can see the guys that have less than 20 reviews, how much money are they actually making. So I can also see from here, you know, what new guys have just come in lately. And if my differentiation point is very different from these guys, I can also not worry about them because, you know, maybe this guy, I can suddenly see so many blocks here. Okay, oops. I can see heaps of blocks here, okay? I haven't read, you know, reviews or don't actually know this niche enough, but maybe this is going to be one of my greatest competitors in the future because they're the only ones that have so many blocks, okay? Maybe, I don't know, I'm just saying that. It could be, it couldn't be, I don't know. Okay, but that can help me to really keep an eye on them on this as well. So that is one more thing. I'm just going to take that filter out, click on this again. Okay, and you can obviously do that for our reviews and ratings. Now, for those of you who are going to say that there are other softwares that also have this, they do have this, but they definitely don't have the entire package that, you know, we've just spoken about. And also, I personally don't know of anyone that also has filters by title. Maybe not, I don't know, I could be wrong. I think most of them go by indexing, whereas this one actually goes from within their actual title. Anyway, and then over here, it also shows you Google Trends for the specific time frame that you're looking at. Okay, I can see that this is from for the last year. Okay, this is for the last year. And you can see, remember how I told you guys that maybe this is just a trend that's just starting, like maybe it isn't a huge thing right now. And this can also, I can also see that, you know, this isn't a huge product just from looking at the trends here. But if I just move myself, but I can see that the keyword milestone blocks did over Q4 become a little bit more at certain periods of time. Really, it's not that much. It's really not, there's not that much demand on it in general. You know, usually you want it to be above the 75-ish. You guys need to also remember that even with these really small niches, you can still come in and take, you know, a big piece of that pie. Imagine if you had these milestone blocks, and I'm definitely not saying people should bring out these milestone blocks. This is just an example that I wanted to use. I'm not going to probably ever use good examples of products because I don't want to have heaps of people launch really good products at the same time and all compete against each other. And I don't want to wreck it for, you know, people who are selling those products. So I'm probably not going to ever show good potential products for real. But anyway, maybe that'll change. I don't know. But anyway, imagine that you did come in with this product, okay? And you were able to find an amazing differentiation point that's going to help you to stick after this does get saturated, etc. And that you're making $10,000 from this product per month, which is probably going to be around $3,000 in profits. And then you also have another 5 products, right? You can make between 15 to 20K profits when you have a lot of smaller products, rather than just having, you know, one product that's going to make you a shitload of money, but it's also going to probably get saturated very, very quickly. So you don't have to sell that many units a day from this product to make okay profits. I don't actually know what the profit margin is here, but what I'm trying to say is that this is a small pond, okay, but you could be a big fish in the small pond, which is also something that we do as well. So that is just an overview of this like amazing software that I have discovered and really wish that I knew about ages ago. You guys know, people who've been following me for a while, that I would never in any way show you guys a software. You guys know that I'm not a software person. Like, I love Helium 10 a lot and I use it for keywords and all sorts of things. You'll have to see other videos about that. But I don't use softwares, and I've said this many, many times, in order to find products. I find products in different ways. And this software is just going to help me even more to really qualify those products and those niches. because it's giving me that bird's eye view that no other software has given me. And this is stuff that I couldn't actually even do on my own unless I had an Excel sheet. And you know, every single day I went and tracked all of this stuff. So one more thing is, if you're using this software for a product that you are already selling on Amazon, then something you can do is go to reports and look and download a product targeting Excel sheet. So I'm going to do download report. Okay, and you can actually see that it's downloaded here ASINs that the software thinks that I should be targeting. Now, because you guys know that the way that I do PPC is very different from most, and I only put, if you haven't seen PPC videos, I'll put a playlist for all my PPC videos below, then I only put 10 ASINs per campaign maximum. And even though it's amazing that the software has told me who I should be targeting, I would still most probably copy and paste this into Amazon and actually check, can I actually compete against them? Okay, and another thing I can do is click on price map. If you only been having this for like a few days, I don't think that there's going to be much data in there. Yeah, there's not much data in this. But when you have got it for at least a week or so, you'll also see a price map there of the people who have the most competitive pricing and where your price stands compared to the others who have most competitive pricing. So I'm going to be putting a link for Totallitix down below. I really hope that you guys check it out. You're going to have a 2 weeks free trial. And also don't forget that if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe now. It really helps me to grow the channel. Like if you liked the video, and if you have not yet joined my Facebook group, I really encourage you to join. It's an amazing Facebook group. And if you are in need of one-on-one Amazon coaching, know that I do one-on-one coaching, and I'm going to put a link to my website down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.